So you want one of those clients that pays you well, that gives you creative freedom, and also is cool with the deadlines that you set. When I first started my business, it seemed like I had a ton of clients that were not paying me well. They didn't trust my creative perspective and expertise, and they also just wanted things like done yesterday. And client after client, I'd have different experiences like this, and I began to think that, gosh, there's just a bunch of clients out there that are just not a lot of fun to work with. And I started to question whether or not this was a profession I really wanted to be in. And then one day I thought, could it really be that all these clients are bad to work with? Or is there something that I could do differently so that way they pay me what I was worth, they trusted and valued my creative perspective, and allowed me to set the pace of when work was going to get done? So I thought about it and I realized that the common denominator across those three things that I wanted was the fact that I had very little process around what I was doing that was visible to the client. So I one day decided that if I was going to change things, I needed to be more clear about the process that I was going to deliver and communicate to a client. So what I did is I created a very documented written process that basically shows exactly the steps. And I put together this thing in a binder where it helped the client understand exactly what the steps were going to be. So that solved one problem, which was the timeline. So they understood that there were certain steps in a certain order, and certain things and aspects of the project took a certain amount of time. So that got them on board with that. The other thing this did is, because I was taking something that was very intangible, made it a tangible process, when I was proposing my ideas and solutions to a prospective client, I was doing it very differently than anybody else. I was giving them something they could hold on to, literally, and something that really set me apart from my competitors. So now I was able to ask for more money because there was certainty about what they were getting. They were no longer buying air, they were buying something tangible. And when somebody can buy something tangible, it gives them more confidence that they're actually going to get the end result that they want. The more certain somebody is about the result they're going to get, the more they're willing to pay. So that's how I solved getting paid more. As a result of having something tangible and having a written process that they trusted, what came in the middle was a greater amount of trust around my creative perspective, because I showed up to the project with a plan, with an idea, with something that was certain. Now clients were less likely to question my creative perspective on things. So if you're having clients give you a hard time, if you're having clients that are setting the schedule, if you're having clients that are not paying you what you're worth, or don't value your expertise or perspective, then it's likely that you have a missing process, and you got to put something in place that sets you apart. Because if you're doing it the same way as all the competitors in your space are doing it, then you can only charge what they're charging. But when you do it differently, when you show them the process and make sure that they understand that there's a certain result, that client's going to get a certain result, it totally changes things. So put that process into place. It's going to make a big difference in your business.